welcome, and good morning. We are live with you here on a beautiful Friday, and I'm saying it's beautiful not because of the weather that is out there, but because of the individual who we're going to get ready to talk to. The man, the myth, the Santa Claus here in Central Florida, Captain Ken Chapman. Captain Ken Chapman, an amazing individual, does so much for our community. I'm dropping stuff all over the place. And is the area commander for the Salvation Army and has done so much when it comes to just motivating and getting organizations together. And we are kicking off our Angel Tree program. The Angel Tree here, absolutely amazing. And no better than to have Mr. Chapman come up and talk with us today. So he's going to get into the truck right now with me here. And you got Julie Broughton out there as well, giving the captain some encouragement here as he jumps into the truck. Captain, welcome to Results One.
This is awesome.
Yes.
I love it.
So I'll give you the rundown. This is the new streaming getting results machine. All right, we're everywhere all the time. This is our programming system here. Whatever's in this box is on camera. We have all these other views we can do, and we're streaming right now on your favorite website, clickorlando.com.
Absolutely.
New 6 Plus and the new 6 app. And you're no stranger to us here, but you might be a stranger to some of the folks maybe watching right now. So I know you, Captain Ken Chapman. I introduced you as the man, the myth, but I didn't say the legend. I said our area Santa.
Oh,
you do so much, but it's not just you kind of getting the results. You have an army right behind you.
Absolute army. And you know, when it comes to Angel Tree, all things Angel Tree, my wife is the real hero.
Well, I found out you and your wife work side by side with each other, which is pretty amazing. So
I'm the eye candy.
Oh, you're the eye candy? All right, there we go.
Always makes people laugh.
Yeah, well, hey, I'm sure someone's watching right now going, he's smooth. So tell me a little bit about you first, because we're going to get to the Angel Tree, but you, the captain, you weren't born the captain. How'd you get where you're at today? When did you start with the Salvation Army, and why?
Well, I'm a fourth generation Salvationist. I was born into the Salvation Army Church, and I grew up in Savannah, Georgia, got my undergraduate degree there, and then got my 2 master's degrees in music education in Georgia State. Marched in the Georgia Redcoat Band.
All right.
And for 10 years, I was a high school band and theater director. For 20 years, I had my own production company, Creative Events International.
Okay.
And I produced Barcelona closing ceremonies for the Olympics. I was a music producer for the ceremonies in Atlanta for the Olympics, and I did live shows for TV.
So music is a passion.
Big passion, yeah. And then, you know, always been involved with the Salvation Army on every level as my church, and then working with social services and disasters. And then about 15 years ago, the Lord put a calling on my wife's and my life to become full-time Salvation Army officers. We left everything we owned.
Okay.
And make less money we ever made, but I'll tell you, when you find the sweet spot of what God created you to do, everything's good.
Amen. I love knowing that your direction came from a higher power and you took faith and following that.
And haven't regretted a single day of it.
So Salvation Army is not just here in Orlando. It's everywhere.
We're in 133 countries around the world, 157 years old.
Oh my gosh.
3,300 units in the United States of America. And we have been serving Orlando area since 1920, 103 years.
Amazing. Yeah. So how long have you been the boss here in Orlando?
This will be my 6th Christmas, so 5.5 years.
So you hopped on right when I first joined News 6. I got one without you, and you've been with me since. And the results that we have gotten with you are on a level of just humanity. It's emotional of what happens. And before you got in, I talked a little bit about, you know, there are so many organizations that have corporate names, Salvation Army being one of them. You've got One Blood and all these other places, but they don't realize that you are serving your direct local community here in Central Florida. Yeah. So when we do these things throughout the year and we partner with you guys, it's not like these funds or these gifts or these supplies are getting sent up to a cloud and we never know where it goes. So tell me a little bit about the impact the Salvation Army has here locally.
So during the year when people donate funds to us, 82 cents of every dollar goes directly to helping people.
That's huge.
300 beds of shelter are filled every night, 1,000 meals a day, and many, many other services. But with our Angel Tree, we have 5,000 children that we provide Christmas for, mainly because of the incredible partnership getting results with New 6. And we have 1,000 seniors that we take care of.
I love that.
That's where your soft spot has always been.
Yeah, you know, I've always had an amazing relationship with my grandmother, God rest her soul, and she was such a kind person. She was a character, and when I meet people that have so much experience in life, that have done so much, and now struggle, it's our job to step up.
Well, you say every year, so many of our seniors feel kind of left out and lonely and forgotten. And I love it on distribution day when you're out there just hugging on them and taking care of them. One year you even fixed their tire.
I did, yeah. It just happens. The other day I had a crash out here.
I saw that.
And you just have to step up when it's time to step up. And I think what we do with you guys every year, it's mind-blowing. So today is the official day.
Today is the official kickoff.
And I'll address the elephant in my room. You guys have been through a lot lately, the Salvation Army, and yet nothing has slowed you guys down. For those that are just now watching us, we're live at clickorlando.com. I have the man, Captain Ken Chapman, with us, and of the Salvation Army, the commander. And you guys just lost your location down in Osceola County.
Yes, one of our disturbed clients burned it down, and it has been very difficult. We have a displaced staff, but I'll tell you this, Trooper Steve, literally 8 hours after that fire, we were serving in that parking lot. We haven't missed a beat.
But you also have an amazing support group down in Osceola County.
Amazing people there.
Commissioner Peggy Chowdhury.
Oh, she's a champion.
You guys are like this, and when there's no politics involved.
No.
It's just you guys team up, and I was watching all morning long the devastation, and I could see the raw emotion in your face. I could see it in the people helping. But at no point in time, Captain, did I hear you guys say, all right, we have to slow down.
No.
Or we need to pause this location.
No.
You just got to make it work.
We're an army. We're resilient. We have to do that. And our commitment is to the people we serve. And we don't want one person to go without our services. And this community has risen up and stood alongside of us, and we're very, very grateful for that. And, of course, New 6 has been wonderful to us, as you always have been.
Well, you're also fun to hang around. Your crews are always good. You always bring us breakfast. So we're not
socks.
And socks. I did get I read Mr. Tomorrow. I like those. It makes you think a little bit.
That's right.
So we're kicking off the Angel Tree officially today. You're going to have your 9 a.m. interview talking with the ladies, and then Ezzy Castro will be out there with you at noon today.
Yes.
Talking about it. So what exactly are we kicking off today officially?
Today, officially, you can begin to adopt angels off of the tree. You can do it virtually this year on our website, SalvationArmyOrlando.org, SalvationArmyOsceola.org. And we think this year is going to be really tough because so many people are struggling now. Inflation has gone crazy.
It's through the roof.
And there's a lot of people suffering. Some people who were donating and helping us last year are in our line this year.
Wow.
But this community, especially due to the promotion that we get from News 6, will step up, and we'll have a banner year.
It seems every year the need is bigger, the need is greater, but it always pulls through.
Always.
Every angel gets adopted. And if you're wondering, who are these angels? These are youthful kids and some of our elderly. So we have 1,000 elderly, right?
Right.
And then 4,000 or 5,000?
5,000, 0 to 12.
0 to 12-year-olds. And when you grab these angels off the tree, guys, you really need to understand what you're looking at. That you're holding a person's gifts, their wants, their needs.
Their whole Christmas.
That is their Christmas. And they're relying on us. They're relying on the Salvation Army to make sure that happens. And it's amazing. Our crew gets together. Some of them, I know Ginger and Julie go shopping together.
Right.
And make it a family thing. Because if
Yes.
you can give, why not make that a little contagious?
Right. And this is what's so beautiful about it. Two things strike me. One is even the camera people, the gaffers, even the behind the scenes people in News 6, this angel tree is important to them.
Yes.
If we failed, you would feel like you failed.
100%.
And we never have.
No.
And the second thing that strikes me is that there are people in this community who sacrifice part of their own Christmas and holiday to give others who need it a holiday and a good time. And that really, really impresses me.
I think when so many people don't get the, I say, privilege to be there on distribution day, and I don't think, the families aren't expecting anything than hopefully receiving something. But to see a mom, see a dad who would never, ever ask for help.
Yes.
Receive gifts from people that they don't know. It's a godly experience.
It's a magical moment, and you've experienced many of those wonderful
it's hard not to get choked up talking about it.
When a family comes in last year, a lady with 5 children came in and hit the jackpot, had big bags, and every one of those children got bicycles. And the joy that comes from that, and think about this. That's great for Christmas Day, but what difference does that make in the life of that family over time? It gives them hope to go forward, to know they're not alone, that this community cares.
For me, it's a little I was raised in Kissimmee, not raised in a wealthy home, and yet my parents did everything they could to make sure it felt that way. We were recipients at some point of Salvation Army. Now my mom volunteers with you guys.
Yes.
She starts Friday ringing a bell.
Ringing bells. How
ringing
about that?
bells in Champions Gate.
That's
area.
pretty amazing.
And she was even worried.
And she's a funny lady, I gotta tell you.
Yes, I use the word interesting when I'm talking about my mom. And she'll be down there, but her biggest worry was after the devastation in Osceola at the facility was like, what's going to happen? What are they?
No,
and I go, no, don't worry. Salvation Army never fails.
We're not going to miss a beat. The only thing we can't do right now is showers and laundry.
Okay.
But within a week or two, we're going to have that worked out. We're working on a plan right now. And I want to say thank you to the Osceola County government.
Okay.
They are stepping up, giving us a temporary location, and we will unveil plans after the first of the year of an amazing new home.
I want exclusive. I want to be there for that.
That will be your Christmas gift.
Okay, I will make it.
Plus some more socks.
Plus some more socks. He always hooks me up with the coolest
socks.
Yeah,
but even when you were kneeling down the other day helping that motorcycle crash guy, I saw your socks before I saw everything else.
Someone messaged me and goes, Steve, even in first responder mode, you've got cool socks on. And I go, look, the job is too serious to have serious socks on all the time. So,
but here's the thing: you take that sock wearing seriously,
very serious.
Whenever I show this, every once in a while I'll cheat a little bit on my uniform, wear something. You'll check me out to make sure the heel is properly.
Well, yeah, you can't have the cushion too high.
You have standards. You have sock
standards. You gotta have sock standards. Also. An old friend, I can't put her name out here, but just sent us a text. You tell that man, Captain, I said hi. And I'll tell you who said hi here in a little bit when we get off. But there's a lot of people that get excited when you're around. And before we kind of end this and we head back to the studio, I have one personal question. I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
Your job is difficult. You see people in their worst, but you also see them at their best.
Yes.
You're not making $1 million a year doing this. If anything, you and your family sacrifice a lot. What is Captain Chapman's why? Why do you do what you do?
I had a pretty successful life, in what I did. And when God called me to give my life, literally give my life and surrender it over to full-time service, I realized I cannot live my life for myself. I was doing too many, even though I always worked with others and helped others, I was living for myself. I was trying to achieve for myself. But when you realize that point in your life, well, it's not all about you. You can't live your life for yourself and you live it for others. Then life opens up a whole new dimension of blessing. And the interesting thing is when you're willing to give God everything you have and give it up, that's when he brings it all to you. We don't lack for anything.
Right. We were joking this morning, Candace and Bridget and I, it's like, you want to make God laugh, tell him you have a plan.
Right.
And it's like, he's going to go, hold up. You think you got this figured out? I've got this
I show him my roadmap, with from this point to that point is pretty straight line, and then you see his, and it zigzags.
Right, he's like, no, I got
place.
different plans.
And here's the thing I realized in that fire even a couple of weeks ago. Sometimes your worst defeats, the things that you think are just going to destroy all your work, sometimes God is just planning your best victory and paving a way for it through that.
I love it, sir. So for those that we're wrapping this up, you're about to go do he's a busy man, y'all. It's not easy to get Captain Chapman in the truck. He's about to go do another live interview here in a second. But for those watching, how can they get involved? How can they help? How can they be part of the Salvation Army during this holiday season?
Well, we have numerous opportunities. 4,000 Shader Road. You can show up to help put angel tree bags to process them, to get them all together. You can ring a bell at a red kettle that will be out in front of 25 Publix from the Saturday after Thanksgiving until Christmas Eve, except Sundays. And you can donate by going to our website, salvationarmyorlando.org, salvationarmyosceola.org, and take the Red Kettle Challenge.
Okay, what's that? What's this? Tell me.
How do you creatively get money into a kettle? And I'm going to challenge you
creatively
today.
put money in a kettle.
Here's an example.
Okay.
I'm going to challenge you today.
All right.
Last Friday, Commissioner Peggy Chowdhury and I, we brought the world's largest kettle.
I saw, that's huge.
We took it to Gatorland.
Okay.
We zip-lined over alligators dropping money in a kettle.
You crazy.
And there's going to be a commercial that shows on News 6 starting next week. Yeah, we're crazy, but we had to do it like 8 times. And I had never zip-lined before. And when I got on that first time, I thought, oh, why did I ever think about doing this?
Right.
But that's a creative way to get money. So we are going to ask people to do that 60, 90 seconds.
Okay.
Put it on all social media platforms. We're going to have you to be the judge.
Okay.
And then at the end of the Christmas season, 3 or 4 people who've done the most creative will win tickets to Disney Park Hopper tickets.
Okay, hold on. So, creative ways to donate money.
The Red Kettle Challenge.
The Red Kettle Challenge. Hashtag the Red Kettle Challenge.
Yes.
And you're looking for a creative video type social media.
Crazy things.
On how you got money into the kettle.
Right. Now,
I am down.
You
for
might not
this.
zip line over gators like we did.
Yeah, but I have access to things.
You do.
I'm going to.
And so.
Okay.
And you, the only thing is, though, you need to set the example. You can't win.
Yeah.
But you have to set the example. You're the judge.
We can set some steps, level this
and
up.
I'll join you if you want me to.
Okay. I have a crazy a thought in my mind dealing with maybe some high-speed pursuits.
Let's go.
Chasing a bad guy down. Throw some money into the
There
kettle.
you go.
Awesome. Sir, you're amazing to have around.
You are.
I thank you so much. So, guys, listen. ClickOrlando.com, News 6 Plus, and the News 6 app. Giving is contagious.
Yes.
And if you're going to do anything this holiday season, it's Salvation Army Orlando Osceola chapter. They do so much for our community, and we're kicking off the Angel Chief program today, right now.
News 6 getting results.
Amen. So thank you for joining us today, guys. We appreciate you. The captain will be live over at News 6 at 9 here in about 10 minutes. So I need to kick him out of the truck, make sure he's looking great for the ladies at News 6 at 9. And
I'm honored to be able to ride in this truck.
I'm glad you came in here. So it's better having you here than the black and tan patrol car.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you've stopped me before in that, too.
I kind of scared you a little bit. Thanks for joining us, guys. Have a great day, and we'll see you in a few.